It has been a long road to this point in the season, but we are officially down to 2. It's Game 1 of the World Series between the Tampa Bay Rays and the Atlanta Braves. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian. Welcome to the World Series here on the show. I'm joined by Eric Karros and Steve Lyons. And Steve, let's take a look at how these two ball clubs got to where they are.
Yeah, and you can see how these two teams stack up. And it's hard to say exactly who you'd give the edge to right now. But it wouldn't surprise me at all if the pitchers were the guys that got the upper hand in this series.
It's the moment these players have been waiting for. Game 1 of the Fall Classic is on the show. And it's coming up next. Back now live as we count down to the start of Game 1. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now, your 2018 Atlanta Braves.
Briefly now, we'll look at the two starters who get the ball here in Game 1. And here's the starting lineup for the visiting Tampa Bay Rays. Steve, what's the key for them here tonight?
Well, they're facing a guy today that throws a lot of strikes, so you're going to have to be aggressive early in the count, but get the ball up in the zone. Shorten up a little bit, put the ball in play.
Mike Minor gets the call on the mound here at home for Game 1 of the World Series. EK, what do you got?
Yeah, Matty, in his last start, he gave his ball club 6 complete innings, but didn't stay around for a decision. He'll look to get a W here in this one.
With a moment now, let's check out the top of the scorecard and see how the Braves align themselves defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, this team defensively has 3 Gold Glove Award winners. If you're going to hit the ball, you better hit it over the fence, because if you don't, it's liable to be caught.
Angel Pagan will stand in for the first time here in this muddy round.
He may be the hottest hitter on the ball club through the first few rounds. If he can keep it going here in the World Series, I think they're going to have a good shot at going all the way.
And the first pitch of the game is taken for ball 1 as we get underway tonight from Turner Field.
First pitch, 7:07.
Minor gets the sign. Here it is on 1-0. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Calling for it, Upton, 1 down.
You don't mind it much when a guy like this gives you a fly ball leading off the ball game. He'll take those all night.
Stepping in, Ben Zobrist, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Into the windup and the pitch. And here's a slider that runs inside that time, and that'll keep him from diving out over the plate. The rain, as we've mentioned, coming down fairly steadily here at game time. EK, how'd you like playing in the rain?
It wasn't that bad. The only problem, sometimes up at the plate, batting gloves would get wet while it was raining. It made it a little difficult to hit.
And that'll find its way into center field for a 1-out hit.
Yeah, he hit a good pitch there. This thing's toward the outside part of the plate, but he stays with it all the way. Uses the big part of the field and gets himself a base hit.
In is the third baseman, Evan Longoria, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike.
Well, you know, you hear it all the time because it's true. First pitch strikes are so important. It really changes the complexion of the at-bat for not only the pitcher but the hitter as well, especially when you've got a good hitter up there.
The 0-1 pitch. Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Now we'll snap one off over to the bag. Runner's back. Runner at first here, one man out. And another snap throw to the bag, keeping particularly close tabs on him.
Definitely has his attention.
Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball.
And with a runner on first, you better have a catcher that you can rely on if you're going to bounce a changeup on an 0-2 count. Luckily, he does.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And no offer that time from Longoria. It's back to 2-2 now.
And when he's down 0-2, he's smart enough to know guys are going to try and get him to chase. So now at 2-2, he's got himself back to a spot where he doesn't have to go after a pitcher's pitch.
And that one never threatened the zone. It's gone full now to 3-2. 3-2, 1 out. You got him running at first.
First inning? Yeah, why not?
Runners on first with 1 down. Not quick enough that time, and he's lucky to get another chance. Count remains full. And he lays off here. A nice job. It's ball 4. First and second now with 1 away.
Even for a veteran pitcher, big games like this will bring out the butterflies. He's going to need to settle in here, really work on getting the ground ball.
Will Myers steps up to the plate with a great chance to drive in a run here in the early going.
And you know, you hear it all the time, but scoring first really is a big deal in this game. Statistically, your chance of winning the game goes up quite a bit when you score first. So this is a big opportunity right now.
With 1 away. Hit the other way out toward right field. Upton has a read on it, makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
I think at first he probably had thoughts about tagging up here, but there's that old baseball adage, don't make the last out of the inning at third base. So staying at second, probably the right call.
Coming to the plate now, Victor Martinez. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here.
Oh, and it's so important to take advantage of these kind of opportunities early in a ball game. It can change the entire complexion of the game if you can put the other guys on their heels right away.
And there are our umpires calling balls and strikes is Mr. Earl Hendricks.
Yeah, Earl is a well-liked umpire all around baseball by both pitchers and hitters. The reason for that, he's consistent, and his zone is kind of what you hope for.
Trying to escape unscathed here in the first. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. Hard hit ball to second, and that's through. A base hit. Around third and being waved on home. And they're going to take a 1-0 lead as the run comes across to score.
And nothing gains momentum more than a 2-strike, 2-out RBI. He just stays with his ball nicely. That'll fire up the whole dugout.
Now to the plate as Dribble Cabrera. He'll get to take his first cuts here. First pitch on its way. Too high that time with the slider to start the at-bat. It's ball 1.
Well, it's so important to be able to strike first in a postseason game. Get that first run in, especially when you're the team playing on the road. Hopefully you can take a little life out of this big crowd.
Who pulled the string and had him way out in front, a ball and a strike.
Yeah, just really jumping out at that last pitch. He had him thinking fastball, maybe even slider.
Fastball runs in tight here, and it's 2-1.
And one thing you can't do here, you cannot lose him and load the bases. He's still got a couple pitches to play with, but I'd expect this one to be somewhere in the strike zone.
The 2-1 on its way. Chop foul over towards the dugout. Runners at the corners, 2 men out. Hot shot to third. Oh, look at Johnson. And from his knees, he got him. Boy, all arm there as the side is retired. Rays will settle for just the one. On now to the bottom of inning number 1. It's the Rays 1, the Braves coming up. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Now a chance here in Atlanta to take a look at the Braves starting lineup. Who stands out to you, EK?
Well, you know, a key guy for this ball club has been Jason Hayward. He's one of the fastest guys in all of baseball. His speed can be the difference maker. Having that kind of speed on the base paths is a huge headache for opposing pitchers.
David Price is on the mound here on the road for Game 1 of the World Series. EK, what's the word on him?
Well, guys, he's been one of the most dependable starting pitchers around. He's got a career ERA of less than 3. One of the best out there on the mound.
Now that we have a chance, let's give you a look at the defensive alignment for Tampa Bay. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Yeah, Matty, Evan Longoria has always been a reliable third baseman. That's his natural position. He's won multiple Gold Glove awards in his career. You can always count on him to make the difficult stops. He still has a great arm, too.
Jason Hayward will stand in now for the first time here in this World Series, and he's a guy this club really needs to get going.
Yeah, it's been a tough October for him so far. He just seemed a little overmatched in the games that we've watched. It looks like he's just trying too hard, and sometimes that just puts more pressure on him.
Pulls the string on that one. 1 strike. Chopped foul right at home plate. Ready with the 0-2. And this is swung on and missed, and Hayward is gone on strikes, and there's 1 away.
Well, one thing you can always say when you're facing a guy like this is that he's going to strike hitters out. The question is, are you going to make him work for those strikeouts? And if those 3 pitches are any indication at all, these guys could be in for a long night.
In now is Andrelton Simmons. As he'll take a tough pitch on the outside part of the plate for strike 1. Chopped weakly to the left. On to first, and the Price is right.
You always want to avoid using a lot of energy in the early part of the game, and he's taking that to heart. 5 pitches and 2 outs already here in the bottom of the first.
Justin Upton gets his first cuts now. The bases are empty, and there are 2 away here in the opening frame.
Yeah, nothing doing so far here. He kind of needs to put up a tough at-bat right here just to make this guy work a little bit.
And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1.
Well, this has been just the kind of start you hope for in a Game 1.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Tap fouled at home plate. Got him looking, and that ends the inning. Down in order go the Braves. They still trail 1-0. Corey Dickerson makes his way to the plate. He'll get us started here in the top of the second.
Corey Dickerson.
Now a slider, and he gets ahead of him here, 0-1. Bounce to first. Freeman's got it. And he'll take this to the bag himself, and the leadoff man set down to start the second.
Batting 8th, catcher, Deoner Navarro.
So the bases are empty with 1 man gone. And standing in is the catcher, Deoner Navarro. A fastball here as they'll take a look at ball one. 1-0. And another one misses here as they fall behind Navarro 2-0.
Yeah, and he didn't even have to think twice about that one. And now he's got a good hitters count here, 2-0.
Outside, 3-0 now. You have to figure that he's really going to need to keep the walks in check if he's going to have success here.
I was thinking the same thing. No free rides. You got to make these guys earn it.
Taking all the way, and it's 3-1 now.
And at the plate, he might have been told, look, you're taken until you get a strike. Not a bad idea.
And he misses here for ball 4. Already 2 walks surrendered in his first couple of innings of work.
Yeah, and this has been the big concern with this guy over the last couple seasons. He's prone to getting hurt by the base on balls. Already that's 2 walks here in the early going, and that's something that he's going to need to get a handle on pretty quick.
David Price will step in now as he'll get a chance to swing the bat here in the World Series.
Yeah, and remember, thanks to the National League winning the All-Star game, no DH in games 1 or 2, or 6 or 7 if we go that far.
Slapped hard the opposite way, and that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
Hey, no DH? No problem. He says, you know what? I know what I'm doing up here. And he's got himself a World Series base hit.
Angel Pagan will get a second crack at it here. He flied out to lead off the ball game.
And he only saw a couple pitches, too. And that's great for the pitcher when you can get an easy leadoff out like that.
Minor sets. First pitch on the way. They'll try and entice him with a high fastball, but he wouldn't commit. It's ball 1. Now time is asked for at home plate and granted by the umpire back there, Earl Hendricks. That evens it up 1-1. And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Yeah, I think you have to ask yourself, was he trying to throw a fastball for a strike right there? Or was he just trying to set me up for that changeup away?
Has to be thinking strikeout here. And this is pop foul, but perhaps playable behind first. Freeman is over, and he tucks it away for the second out. And with 2 away here in Game 1 of the World Series, let's give you a little refresher course at the roads these 2 teams took to get where they are tonight. Ben Zobrist gets a shot now with deuces all around. 2 on, 2 out here in inning number 2. Here comes the first pitch. Fastball too high to start him out here, 1-0.
You see right there on the graphic, these first 2 innings have been costly pitch-wise. He's at 35 already, and he's only through an inning and 2/3.
Here comes the 1-0. Smoked on the ground up the middle, and that's through into center field, base hit. And they'll put the brakes on that runner at third, and that means the bases are loaded now with 2 away.
A good job here. Stays inside the ball well, doesn't roll over, and just shoots this ball right back up the middle.
In is the third baseman, Evan Longoria. As he'll take a look at a strike on the outside corner, it's 0-1.
Yeah, definitely taken all the way. Not a bad idea with the bases loaded.
Bases are loaded here, 2 down. And that misses downstairs for a ball, 1-1. And he'll look at a fastball here that's close, but it's 2-1 now.
Well, he's starting to put himself into a no-win situation. Obviously, you don't want to walk home a run, but you can't just throw a cookie in there because he could bring in 4 with 1 swing.
And this could be trouble now. It's 3-1.
Oh, with every pitch it misses, he just keeps digging himself a deeper and deeper hole.
2 out, bases loaded. And the good fastball there finds the zone as the count goes full now. 3-2. EK, where are you going now on 3-2?
I still got to work a corner. Not just going to throw it right down the middle and grab a strike. Can't be a giveaway pitch.
Skied into very shallow right. Upton has it in his tracks. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Rays leave him loaded. He played an inning and a half. It's 1-0. Freddie Freeman strides into the box now to lead off the home half of the second inning.
And this is a guy that can make a big change in this game with 1 swing of the bat because you know he has big-time power.
Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
And that's about where he'll sit with that fastball. 93, 94. And that's plenty hard enough to blow it by guys when you need to.
Fought off at the plate, and we'll do it again. The next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now.
I think he had him flinching on that one. That nearly came back to the inside corner.
Chopped foul at the plate, and we'll do it again. Ready on 1-2. And he looks at a cold strike 3 as the cut fastball's in there, and that's out number 1.
Batting fifth, catcher
Evan Gaddis stands in for the first time. This is in the air out to straightaway center. Pagan moves over, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
Yeah, not his most fluid swing there. You could see he wasn't really able to generate a whole lot of torque there, and this is an easy play out in center field.
Here's Chris Johnson now. As Price starts him with a strike, it's 0-1. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
And you kind of get the sense that he's not really messing around out there too much. There hasn't been a whole lot of setting guys up here in this inning. He's just trying to get himself back into that dugout as fast as he can.
Swing and a little tapper. That rolls foul, so a good job to fight it off and stay alive. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Out in front of that one, but he stays alive and will do it again on 0-2. He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Sinking line drive out to right center, and that'll get down for a 2-out single.
Yeah, just couldn't put him away right there. You'll see the sequence. He was able to foul off 2 straight 0-2 pitches, and then finally he finds a pitch that he could do something with, and he's on board.
Standing in now, Alexis Villanueva, as he takes a called strike on the black. It's 0-1.
Now you've got the tying run over at first, 2 away. He's going to be looking to try and find a gap right here and bring that guy all the way around to score.
And it's quickly 0-2. 2 out with the man at first. Strike 3 called as he can't get the bat off his shoulders. Side retired. 1 left for Atlanta. They trail this one 1-0. Will Myers is into the box as we are all set to begin the third.
The right fielder, number 9, Will Myers.
Goes the other way and sends it deep down the right field line. Upton is on the warning track as he hauls it in for a loud out number 1.
And right here you've got the right fielder shading just a bit towards the alley. And I thought he'd have too far to go to get this ball, but he does close quickly out there, and he makes the play near the line.
Here's the switch hitting Victor Martinez. As he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1.
And you know, if you're going to challenge a guy up in the zone with a fastball, why not do it on the first pitch? A lot of times he's going to be taken anyway, and you just bought yourself a strike that you can now throw anything off of.
And he lays off for ball 1. Two and 1.
2-1.
Up the middle and off his leg. Thankfully, he's able to recover, and he gets the second out at first. And time now to see quite where that got him. And it appeared from up here at least, and his actions on the field confirm it. It looked like it got him on his drive leg, which could be problematic, of course, for him. But from the way he's trying to walk it off, I think he's going to try to continue. As Drupal Cabrera will be the batter, 0 for 1 here in the early going. Minor into the windup. First pitch on its way. And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. 2 out, nobody on. In the air, out to right. Upton on the run. He makes the play. A great catch on the run to retire the side. Down in order go the Rays, but they're up 1-0. Melvin Upton digs in.
Right fielder, Melvin Upton, Jr.
Chop foul at the plate, strike 1. Hit down the third base line, but this will get foul for strike 2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. That misses, says the home plate umpire. 1-2. Where it misses, I'm not quite sure.
Not too sure how you take that one on 0-2.
Yeah, not too sure how you call it a ball either.
To short. And a flip to first from Cabrera in time for the first out.
Well, that's just good pitching right there. Really ties him up with that fastball in on the hands. And he hits just a simple ground ball there for the easy out.
Mike Minor digs in here for his first appearance. Down the first baseline. Martinez is up with it, and he'll take this to the bag himself, and there are 2 away now.
And that's what the two-seam fastball will do for you. Running away, not just for strikeouts. Here he gets him to hit it on the ground for an easy out.
Jason Hayward will stand in here. He was set down on strikes to start the home first.
I only saw 3 pitches, and it wasn't even really a fight. 1, 2, 3, and go sit down.
Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1.
Oh, that is a nice pitch right there. You kind of slow it down and give him that big breaking ball to start off the at-bat. Make sure he's not a guy that's looking to ambush that first pitch fastball.
Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Trying to strike him out for the second time. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Braves are set down 1-2-3. They're on the short end of a 1-0 score. Corey Dickerson is ready here as we begin the top of the 4th.
Left fielder, Corey Dickerson.
Minor has his target. Here's the pitch. A little tardy there. No balls and a strike.
You can hit the low fastball, but you're not going to hit that one up there. You can just forget about it. You've got to make him bring that thing down.
Slider, and he can't pull the trigger. 2 strikes. 0-2 count, and the pitch. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. Chop foul at the plate, and he stays alive. Still 0-2. 0-2. Here it comes. Thought about it, but he holds up on the knuckle curve. 1-2.
All right, now you've just seen 2 straight breaking pitches miss away. So as a hitter, you're going to eliminate that pitch. No way does he throw it a 3rd time.
Chop foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning.
The catcher, number 30, Deoner Navarro.
So 1 away, and here's the catcher, Deoner Navarro. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1.
Well, anytime you throw a first pitch strike to less than 50% of the hitters you're facing, you're looking for trouble. But not so in this game. We're in the middle innings here, and he's still pitching well.
1 run, 4 hits, and no errors for Tampa Bay so far. Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2.
After walking him the first time around, he's all business here in the second at-bat.
Hit hard on the ground towards second. Oh, and he has some trouble with it. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
Number 14, pitcher David Price.
The pitcher, David Price, steps up to the plate in a sacrifice situation, so let's see if that is indeed on right here.
Textbook sack situation here, guys.
Here's the first pitch to him. First offering to him stays upstairs. It's a ball and no strikes. swing and a miss, 1-1.
And that's exactly where you want to put that thing. Start it right down the middle and trust that its action will cause it to drop.
On the ground to short. This could be 2. To second for 1. On to Freeman, and they turn the double play to end the inning. Rays held in check here, but they hold a 1-0 lead. Andrelton Simmons is set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. Now a swing and a chopper foul right at home plate. Here it comes on 0-2. Hit hard to the right side. Taken in by Zobrist. And taken in out there for the first out.
The left fielder, number 8, Justin Upton.
Leadoff man gone for the left fielder, Justin Upton. First pitch of the at-bat. Very weakly on the ground, but that one rolls foul. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Skied into straightaway right. After it is Myers. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out. So with the fly out there coming on the fastball, seems like an appropriate time to check out our pitch speed comparison for these two starters. And you can see both guys bringing it pretty good in this one. 95 on one hand, 92 on the other. Freddie Freeman in now. He went down looking at his first trip to the plate.
Yeah, it's always a frustrating thing to go down looking, but you know what? Everybody does it. So you've got to let that one go and make the next AB count.
Now a swing and a miss. Took something off that one, and it's strike 1.
0-1 again, and he's at 100% on first pitch strikes, now in the middle innings of this one. No wonder he's pitched so well.
A lot of movement that time. It's 0-2.
Real good lateral movement on that two-seam fastball. That pitch is money for him when it's moving like that. So just keep on throwing it.
Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. Down in order go the Braves. They're down 1-0. Angel Pagan will stand in again. He's flown out in each of his first 2 plate appearances thus far.
Yeah, and he just needs to make a small adjustment and stay through the middle of the ball. Think about hitting the line drive right back up the middle.
And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
And against a guy like this, you're usually only going to get 1 pitch to hit in that bat. Sometimes you might not even get that, so that's one he may want back.
Drilled right back up the middle. And that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning.
You talk about a guy who's really stepped it up all throughout this postseason. Here's your man right here. And he's on base again as he leads off the inning with a base hit.
Here's Benzman.
1-0.
Smoke toward the hole. Simmons. But they won't get 2 as he beats the relay to first.
This is always a tough throw here for a first baseman coming off the bag. You got to make sure that you don't just throw the ball right into the runner's back heading down to second base. Here he takes just a little extra time to make sure that he makes a good throw. And they're going to settle for just one at second.
And he'll snap one over to first. Don't want to forget about him.
Keeping an eye on him.
In is the third baseman, Evan Longoria. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball. One run, 6 hits, and no errors for Tampa Bay so far. And he lays off a fastball here that looked pretty good, but it's 2-0. And he's got to be careful now that some of these borderline calls don't get him started going downhill.
Yeah, and sometimes it's really easy to dwell on those, but you have to keep looking forward. It's not easy, but you've got to do it if you want to have success.
To short, hit hard. That's through for a base hit, and he's 1 for 2 now.
A little bad luck there defensively. If that's hit at an infielder, it's a double play. But instead, now you're in hot water here with one away.
Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. Here's Will Myers. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. First and second now, 1 man out. Fastball got him to swing through it. It's 1-1.
Just overmatched him there.
Looking to keep this a 1-run game. Ripped on the ground to first. Oh, what a stop on the slide. The second for 1.
Boy, and this would have been a really costly double play, but fortunately he's hustling all the way down the line, and he's able to beat that throw on the back end.
Victor Martinez digs in, and we'll see what he can do here with 2 on and 2 out here in the 5th.
Yeah, a couple of ducks on the pond out there looking to make that trip home. This is a big 2-out AB right here, guys.
He slaps that one away, and the count will be 0-1. Runners on first and third, 2 away. That's taken. Now it's 0-2. You got to say, for a strikeout pitcher, not too many strikeouts here so far.
And he's in a big need of one right here. It would definitely come in handy. Two
quick strikes, and now the 0-2. Hit softly on the ground to third. Right to him. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Rays strand a pair, but they're on top 1-0. Evan Gattis will stand in to lead things off here, and his guys have been unable to get anything going to this point.
Yeah, and you think so many times in the postseason, we see starting pitching really come to the forefront, and this guy's been every bit as good as advertised so far.
Chop foul right at home plate. It's strike 1. Price gets his sign. Here he comes 0-1. And he falls behind 0-2. And here's a fastball on 0-2, but it misses. 1-2 now.
On 0-2, if that's a curveball, a changeup, a sinker, then maybe you get a guy to chase. But it's much easier to lay off a pitch down there when it's a straight fastball.
Grounded to third. Longoria's got it. And a good throw gets him one gone. A little bit over halfway home tonight, bottom of the fifth, as we get a look at our line score to this point. And boy, just one hit for these guys, and they have not swung the bats well. That's putting it mildly. One away for the resurgent third baseman Chris Johnson. First pitch is a changeup for a called strike.
Boy, he has been a first strike throwing machine, hasn't he? He's hardly been behind in the count all game long.
Swing and a liner. Foul. And a half-hearted attempt that time, but they'll say he broke the plane, and that's out number 2.
And you just get the sense that he's got it on cruise control out there now. Make it 9 in a row he's set down.
Alexis Villanueva.
Alexis Villanueva will stand in now with 2 away, trying to avoid another 1-2-3 inning.
Now, this has been total domination these past few innings. They haven't been able to mount any kind of threat whatsoever.
Breaking ball for a strike, 0-1.
Well on his way to another good inning right here, and you see the pitch count. It's not even close to being a factor just yet.
Barely able to make contact, down 0-2 now. Halfway to 100 pitches, here it is. Tried to get him to go after one below the knees, but it's 1-2.
Well, you know, when you're behind in a count like this, it's all about changing your approach at the plate. You got to shorten up a little bit and just look to put the ball in play.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. Two and two now with 2 away and the base is empty.
Yeah, he's not really getting on top of that curveball right now, and that's going to get him into trouble if he keeps leaving it up there like that.
Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. Both teams battling the elements thus far, but we've got a tight game through 5. Back with more from Game 1 after this. As Drupal Cabrera steps in here to lead off the 6th as the rain continues to fall here.
Well, I'm glad I'm up in this cozy booth with you guys because it kind of looks pretty miserable down there to me.
Fastball in there for a called strike. Well, for that man right there, only the 1 run allowed. How discouraging is that when you're pitching your heart out and you're just not getting the support?
Well, the good pitchers really don't let it get to them. They know that it cuts both ways. Sometimes you give up 5 runs and your guys score you 8. You just have to focus on holding up your end of the bargain.
And did he go around? No, he did not. Ball 2.
You know, sometimes when you're thinking fastball, you try to get moving just a little bit early. And that's a good job of recognizing off speed and then holding back on the swing.
That's going to even up the count at 2-2. Now a swing and a fly ball. Coming on is Upton Jr. A quick out number 1.
Worth a look at his pitches by inning so far. You can see he's up to 80 for the game right now, so he should still be in pretty good shape.
Corey Dickerson will try it again. He's grounded out and struck out in 2 trips.
Yep, not showing too much so far, but he's got a chance to make something happen right here. See if he can put those other ABs behind him.
In there, no balls and a strike.
And if he's getting tired, it's not showing in his slider. That pitch is still as tight as it was in the 2nd inning.
1 out, nobody on. And he'll just get a piece here as this is chopped foul at home plate. Minor's ready. 0-2 pitch on its way. Tried to work it back to that low inside corner, but it misses. 1-2.
Well, I think that fastball is just for show there. He's not trying to throw this for a strike.
A little low. It's 2-2.
And the hope was that he would have chased one of those pitches, but now on 2-2, I don't think you fool around anymore.
And he misses this one inside, and that'll run things full. 3-2.
So many times pitchers will get ahead and they'll start to mess around, and the next thing you know, it's a full count like it is here.
He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Well, this is the second time he struck out so far, and this is a type of ball game where, you know, it's wet out, the field's slippery, it's a little muddy.
So 2 outs now in the Tampa Bay 6th, and standing in is the catcher Deoner Navarro. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. Not quite reaching 90 with the fastball, but it's 1-1 now.
And that pitch count is 88 now, but to me, he looks good to go.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Outside, 2-1. All the way here to start the at-bat.
And that's fine, but you can't be afraid to work inside. You can jam this guy. Get him to roll over something. You don't have to strike him out.
Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. Around first, heading for second now. And he will stroll in there standing with a 2-out double.
Man, I'll tell you, talk about veteran leadership and showing youngsters how to approach each and every at-bat at the major league level. Well, just show him the tape of this swing. If he tries to pull this pitch, it's either a 4-hopper or an easy fly ball. Instead, he knows just to basically throw his hands at this thing, and he's able to drive it the other way for a double.
David Price will get a shot now in an RBI spot, so a chance to help his own cause here.
And he's got a hit in the game already, so he can handle the bat at least a little bit.
Trying to keep the game close. Here's the pitch. And they start him out away with a cold strike. And boy, big problems here to start this at-bat. It's 0-2 now. Boy, tough enough to be an American League pitcher swinging the bat as it is. How about having to deal with pitches like that?
One word, Matty, unfair.
The 0-2 home. That misses. 1-2.
Maybe a good opportunity here to show him a changeup, give him a different look.
A ball and 2 strikes. Here it is. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. Danger averted following the 2-out double. We're back with more of Game 1 after this message and a word from our local stations. Melvin Upton will come in now to start things out here in their half of the 6th as they look for a reversal of fortunes here. The first 5 innings have not been particularly kind to them.
Yeah, and I think that's putting it mildly. Just 1 hit in these first 5 innings. They're going to need to do a better job of finding good pitches to hit. But that fella on the mound has not made it easy on him, and that's for sure.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Hit to short. Cabrera's there. Throw to first is in time for the first out.
And sometimes this is all you have to do. Throw a ton of strikes and keep the ball in the yard. It's worked for him so far.
Conrad Casto will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 4, Conrad Casto.
And the 34-year-old veteran looks at a called strike. It's 0-1.
And all of a sudden, it is pouring right now. That's the hardest it's been all night.
Bases are empty, one man out. This is hit high and deep out to left. Dickerson going back to the track. Out of here. She was a wall scraper, but it counts just the same. A home run. A solo shot here to left. His first homer so far in the series. And the Braves have now tied the ball game at 1.
And as a pitcher, when your guys aren't scoring any runs for you, it makes things awfully difficult out there for you. I mean, he's held them off for as long as he could, but now with one swing, this is a completely different ballgame.
Here's Jason Hayward now.
Center fielder.
As he will take a look at strike one on a fastball right down the pipe.
Boy, he goes right back to that same pitch that he just gave up a home run on. Put it in another dangerous location, too. Lucky he got away with that one.
One out, nobody on. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. To right field and absolutely hammered. Forget about making a play on that ball. It's way out of here. Back-to-back home runs. A solo shot that time off the bat of Jason Hayward. His first homer here in the series. And now it's 2-1 in favor of Atlanta.
Pitcher's got to be thinking, how can I throw a pitch like that in this situation? That thing was so right down the middle, it absolutely got hammered, and he knew it as soon as he let go of
it. And action now in the Tampa Bay pen as it looks like a right-hander's begun to get loose. In now is Andrelton Simmons. As he'll take a look at a curveball that misses wide for ball one. So after the strong 5 innings, things have not come as easily for him here in inning number 6.
Well, this is kind of the MO of this lineup. They have a way of just wearing you down. And they're starting to get into some better.
Meanwhile now, this is trouble down that right field line. This should be extra bases. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
And things are starting to change for the worse out there. Now, this is a guy who hadn't given up a run until earlier this inning. And now all of a sudden, he's having a hard time getting anybody out. Looks to me like he's hit the wall out there.
Justin Upton will stand in now. He's struck out and flied out 0 for 2 thus far. And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike one. And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now.
And they may have found a location that they like right here. 2 different pitches, both taken on the inside corner. And now they can go just about anywhere they want.
Swing and a miss, and they'll dodge a major bullet that time. 2 away.
Boy, he just dominated that at-bat right there. You want to see a power pitcher go right through a guy? This is a 3-pitch see you later right here. Have a seat.
Here's the first baseman, Freddie Freeman, as the changeup to him drops in there for the first strike. Oh, 1 pitch, and he can't make contact on the bender. 0-2.
And with some of these guys, it's like they're in an 0-2 count before they even come to the plate.
Trying to strike him out for the 3rd time. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. On to the 7th here in Game 1. Atlanta leads it 2-1. Back here at Turner Field. 7th inning coming up now in Game 1 as we take a look here at our game summary through the first 6 innings so far. Andrew McCready is on to pitch now as he'll take over to start inning number 7.
Andrew McCready.
Angel Pagan will stand in here to start the 7th in a game that's been sailing along to this point.
Yeah, good thing we don't get paid by the hour, man. This game has flown by.
And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2. And so now the Braves will get both a left-hander and a right-hander up and throwing in the bullpen. Had him fooled there as this is lifted in the air out to left center and shallow. He dives. Did he catch that? He did. What a play there for the first out.
You know, it's always a danger as an outfielder when you try to make a play like this. You worry about that wrist because sometimes you can get it tucked under when you hit the ground and you can twist it up pretty good or maybe even break it. But here, not only does he come away unhurt, but he also comes away with the baseball.
Here's Ben Zobrist now. Batting left-handed here as he takes a look at strike 1. Oh, and 1, here it comes. This is swung on and lifted down the left field line, but it'll get back into the crowd as he jumps ahead of him now, 0-2. We're in the 7th inning now of a pitcher's duel, 2-1 our score. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
And if you want to see a guy get blown away at the plate, this is just one finger down 3 times in a row. He was just overmatched there.
In is the 3rd baseman, Evan Longoria, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1.
Getting that first pitch strike is so important against a guy like this. You have to be able to work ahead in the count and not let him dictate the at-bat.
Line toward the gap in left center, and that's going to get down in front of Hayward for a base hit.
Yeah, tying runs on base now with 2 outs, and who knows? If this next guy can put one in the gap, we could have ourselves a tie ball game.
Will Myers will stand in now, hoping to get on track as they've been able to neutralize his power out of the cleanup spot. 0 for 3 thus far.
Well, guys, it just hasn't been his day. You know, sometimes cleanup hitters are sort of all-or-nothing type hitters. But hey, he's still got a chance to make an impact on this game right now.
A runner on first with 2 away. Line toward right center, and that'll get down for a base hit. And he is in there at third as the possible tying run.
After the first 2 hitters, he looked well on his way to a shutdown inning. Now, all of a sudden, you give up back-to-back singles, and they've turned this into a threat after all.
Victor Martinez stands in with runners at the corners now, looking for a third straight 2-out hit and a run in the inning.
And Matt, this inning didn't look like it was going anywhere, but they didn't give up on it. And then all of a sudden you look up and they've got a great chance to push across a run.
And here's a fastball called for strike 1.
Yeah, even with 2 on and 2 away, this is not a guy that's going to back down out there. He comes right after him with a fastball and he gets ahead.
Now a pitch swung on and hit to the left side, but this is going to find the seats, a foul ball. And another foul ball. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Upton's under it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. So it's no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left stranded. 7th inning stretch time here in Atlanta. The Braves on top, 2-1. Alex Colomé will get the ball now as he'll take over on the mound to start the home 7th.
Alex Colomé.
Evan Gattis will try it again. 0 for 2 with a fly out and a ground ball thus far.
Well, guys, if you split the difference between the fly ball and the grounder he's put in play, you've got a nice line drive. So maybe we'll witness that right here.
Action in the Rays' pen now as they've got a lefty and a right-hander up and throwing. Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. The windup and the 0-1. Drilled on the ground is short. And a flip to first from Cabrera in time for the first out.
The third baseman, number 23, Chris Johnson.
Chris Johnson will stand in now. He's singled and struck out in 2 trips. Liner towards second, and that's in for his second hit of the afternoon. And he'll scramble back to first safely.
And here's a case on the mound where he's trying to sneak a first pitch fastball by him. But he was having none of that at the plate. He just sends it right back where it came from.
Stepping in now, Alexis Villanueva, as he'll come up empty there as he misses the off-speed pitch for strike 1.
So often playoff baseball comes down to the bullpen, and this is going to be a bullpen game from here on out.
Right back at him and off his glove. Thankfully, he's able to recover, and he gets the second out at first.
Well, any shot at getting 2 went out the window when he booted this thing. So he'll be forced to take the out at first base. And as a result, he won't get hit with an error.
Melvin Upton will stand in again. A couple of groundouts for him on the ledger in his 2 trips so far.
Yeah, just sort of rolling over on it, guys. See if he can make a small adjustment and get through one here.
Good slider there, and he gets ahead of him 0-1. Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. And a fastball swung on and missed, and the side is retired. Braves strand 1. They lead it 2-1. Now the skipper's on his way out toward the home plate area, and I believe that means we're going to have a double switch here. Luis Avilan will be summoned from the bullpen now as he'll take over to start inning number 8.
In the 7th spot, number 43, Luis Avilan. Now playing second base and batting in the 9th spot, number 32.
As Drupal Cabrera will stand in, one of the few guys not to join the hit parade so far.
Yeah, guys, he's got to be feeling a little bit like that dog that gets left out in the rain while the rest of the family's inside by the fire. I guess he's just not seeing what everyone else is.
Line towards center field, and that'll be a base hit. So very quickly here, the potential tying run is aboard to start the 8th.
Well, he gets his team going with that leadoff single here late in the game, and you can tell he is excited. Look how fired up he is down there at first.
Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. And now we'll take a moment here at home plate as he asks for time. Trey Barnett will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Number 23, Trey Barnett.
Watches a fastball right there for strike 1.
That's a 2-seam fastball right there. It looks to the hitter like it's going to be inside, and then it tails back to the inside corner of the plate.
Here comes the 0-1. And that's inside off the plate with the fastball. It's 1-1. Here it comes on 1-1. Oh, on the ground to short. Could this be 2? One there. And that didn't work out too well as the pinch hitter comes on to bounce into a double play.
Well, that's not a exactly what you're hoping for when you turn to your bench. Granted, it's not an easy spot. Being a pinch hitter might be the toughest position in the game, but he just rolls over on this one, and that results in a huge double play.
Here's the catcher, DeOnor Navarro. This is skied out toward right. Upton has a beat on it. And that's the third out. Nothing doing for Tampa. They still trail it here 2-1. Trey Barnett will stay in the ballgame now and take over in left field.
Number 23, Trey Barnett.
Ken Haight will stand in now as he'll be getting his first plate appearance in this one here in the 8th. Matt Joyce is into the ballgame now as he'll take over out in left field.
Number 20, Matt Joyce.
Doug Castle is on out of the bullpen now as he'll take over to start the bottom of the 8th.
Doug Castle.
Ken Haight steps in now.
Leading off for the Braves, second baseman, Ken Haight.
And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike one.
That's such a good pitch to get ahead. Lefty on lefty. It's a big looping curveball. Makes it very difficult for the hitter to try and time what's coming next.
And this is going to be a foul ball. Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. Inside, as that perhaps will back him off a bit. 1-2.
And that fastball of his definitely catches your attention. I mean, especially when it's on the inner half.
Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. And he takes strike three called on the fastball. One gone.
Yeah, in the 8th inning of a one-run game, it's always important to get that first out. Put that offense on their back heels.
Jason Hayward stands in, coming off a solo homer in his previous trip.
Remember that he hit a changeup, so it will be interesting right here to see if they just stick with hard stuff.
First pitch is a slider down low. It's 1-0. That'll be a souvenir, and the count will move to 1-1. 1-1, here it comes. swinging bunt out in front of the plate. Gonna be a tough play. Throw gets him, 2 down.
The shortstop, number 19, Andrelton Simmons.
Andrelton Simmons gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. And now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. There's a strike at the knees, 0-1. Our pitcher's duel continues here. 2-1 score as we play the 8th. A little bouncer. Foul ball, strike 2. A swing here on the fastball, and this will get fouled off to the right side. Here's a looping fly ball out to right. Myers shading to his right. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Braves are set down 1-2-3. They still lead it 2-1. Craig Kimbrell is on now to try to close things down here in the 9th.
46, Craig Kimbrell.
Doug Castle will be charged with trying to start a rally in the 9th as they go to work against Kimbrell.
This just isn't any closer. This is one of the top closers in the game, so good luck.
Daniel Murphy will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run.
Number 29, Daniel Murphy.
Ninth inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a cold strike.
Yeah, I don't think I'd be in any big hurry to challenge this guy again. I'd see if I could make him go out of the zone, maybe chase a bad pitch.
Kimbrell's ready. 0-1 on its way. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Upton is there. 1 away.
Well, this is what you want out of your closer. Comes in firing darts, and it's a very quick out, number 1.
Angel Pagan comes forward for another shot after being robbed of a hit in his last at-bat.
Yeah, it was an absolute showstopper. All you can do is get back up there and try to hit the ball hard once again.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Runs up and gets this one down. Throw not in time, and that'll go as a bunt single.
I tell you, when it's done right, it looks so easy. I mean, this ball is put down almost equidistant from all 3 guys that had a shot at this. Perfectly done.
Here's Ben Zobrist now. Pagan runs. Pitch is high. The throw. The tag from Simmons, and he is out at second base. So it appears he's going to leave the game here as he favors that left leg. Hoping that it's not too serious, however, as he's able to get off on his own power. Perhaps a little low there. It's 2-0.
Well, one of the real strengths of his game is that he's not going to go after a whole lot of bad pitches out of the strike zone. So he's a guy that's going to make you earn it by only swinging at strikes. Two and one after the foul ball there.
gets the sign. Here comes the 2-1. Unable to get the bat around in time, and the count evens at 2-2. A crowd in excess of 50,000 on their feet here in Atlanta. And this misses, so that'll fill the count at 3-2.
And obviously a walk here would be a big no-no with 2 outs in the ninth. You cannot put that tying run on base.
Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Just some more great work here by Kimbrough. He comes out of the bullpen to fire a scoreless ninth inning and pick up the save. And his stuff is nasty.
This one, definitely a low-scoring affair as we get one last look at our final line score. Fellas, when you're on the big stage here at the World Series, you want to make sure you bring the A game, and this man right here certainly did. He's our top player of the game.
And Matty, I think you're absolutely right. Sometimes guys get caught up in the pressure of the World Series and their performance suffers, but he was obviously not rattled out there, and he came through in a big way.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, get those smartphones and tablets out and head over to theshownation.com. The Braves are winners here, 2-1. Good night from Atlanta.
The final line score for our ball game tonight for the victorious Atlanta Braves. 2 runs on 5 hits. No errors. They left 3 men on base. For the Rays, 1 run on 12 hits. No errors. They left 11 men on base. The winning pitcher is Mike Minor. Credit the save to Craig Kimbrough. The loss goes to David Price. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 43 minutes. Tonight's paid attendance at Turner Field, 50,096. The Braves thank you for your continued support and remind you to please drive home safely.